Hi guys, I haven't did a video in a long while, set some cards and stuff. So this is something that I just finished, have a couple more hours to record before daylight breaks in. No wait, before nighttime comes upon us. And then there'll be no natural light, and we all know that we don't have natural light. Things pretty much look ugly. So here I'm in a light box sort of thing. I hope this captures the color better and makes a better videos. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is my Steampunk mini that I made from the new Steampunk spells collection from Graphics 45. And I kind of altered like a mooncake box because I mean the box, I really like this golden rim on the side, which kind of make it kind of perfect for a steampunk album. And so I altered the box, so the box looks, so here is like, if you look like from a horizontal view, you see the like this ball with a bulb, some memo pin to do a bottle and stuff like that. And so this kind of looks like a, what do you call that, a like apothecary, like they're like a mixing of medicines and stuff. So I thought that was kind of steampunky. If you look from this way onwards, you will see I made kind of like the shadow box. This box actually came in where these gears came from the Prima recent release, and I made like stuff to like put into like a shadow box sort of thing. So this is kind of cool. So this thing is made of like wood, like cube-like things from Daiso. Here are like some bottles, some are like leftover bottles from like candy and stuff. Okay, it's like pastures death to the microbes. So I thought this is kind of cool. I can have like a label here. And okay, so over here we have this, I think is from what's her name? Lisa Gibbons, is it? I could be wrong, but Prima had this like some of this like envelopes, and I thought this brown wooden thing looks really cool and really works with the paper. So in this mini that's inside, I didn't actually keep just to Steampunk Spells collection. I also like tapped on the previous two steampunk-ish collections. One is Security Shop from last year, and from the year before, or was it 2 years before, the Steampunk Debutante collection. So it all really kind of worked together because well, this collection had more of the orange and the blues. Debutante had more of the pink, of the what do you call it, the greens, and last year had more like the browns and the blacks. So it really gives like a really cool overall look to the whole steampunk concept. Here's just a little tag. I think this is from this. Whoop. I think the tag is from King Company. I picked that up. And just tag, probably from King Company, I think. And yeah, this is from King Company as well, I think. And like a burlap flower cut out from the Tim Holtz Moving Shapers flower die, tattered flowers die, and some steampunk spells like chipboard elements. Okay, so this opens up. Give me my steampunk mini inside. So that's the box that keeps it, and this is my steampunk mini. So what do I want to say? Oh, this is actually grunge board. And I ran them through like the Tim Holtz embossing folders, and with grunge paper, I used a lot of like color wash. Like I think there was a sail blue and espresso like color wash sprays to add like the browns and the blacks in the background. In the foreground, it was simply just one vintage photo. After after I sprayed on and then ran through the embossing folder, I got this effect, and it's really cool. In this mini, I kind of put it in like this burlap thing, so that when you open the box, it really feels very ancient, but yet there's a twist of modernity to it, and that was kind of like how I wanted to do it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna talk briefly about the binding. The binding is actually, as you can see here, it's actually done with straws. These straws are from Typo, but I'm sure you can get paper straws with many designs from any major craft stores. And this is just a really cool way to bind your project. And yeah, and because the binding technique actually came as an afterthought rather than a previous thought, so I actually did the binding over the this binding thing over the initial paper design. So I wanted to kind of cover that up. So throughout the book, I used a lot of the empty washi tape to cover up where the ends of these things were at. Yeah, and for the cover page, we have just a primer, those laser cut gears with. I used one of the Tim Holtz, can't remember what this is, but it just it's like a fragment but more three-dimensional. And I took one of the images from the paper and made it into a charm. Okay, and this opens up like an envelope. So just a quick one about the cover. So as you can see, the cover is actually done with some paints over it. I think this is Fabric distress paint, the paint dauber, and we have really cool details. I'm not sure whether the camera's gonna pick that up, but really cool details from the embossing folder is a really good technique to use to create almost like a faux leather sort of effect. It's really cool. And that's the binding. So let's go into the mini. So because it's made of grunge paper, it's a bit like leather. It feels like leather. Inside I did a similar technique, just with a lighter color. Okay, and here you see a lot of this tape for they used to hide the binding. So I mean, you could use this thing if you planned way before to use the straw binding method. And that's my terrapin kicking the basin. So this is on the mini first page. So I left this tag as it is. The paper is wonderful. They have lots of place for journalings. And this is one of the Tim Holtz stamps, and yeah, and some of the cutouts, and then just a space for photos here. There's nothing too new about the mats. They're just black mats which I run through Tim Holtz on the edge die, just to give it just for place for photos. It's for real estate, and so I'm gonna pretty much leave them blank, and I'm gonna embellish my photos after I paste them on, so they are for now they're just blank. So I'm not gonna go through all of them. They're all exactly the same thing. And because this is paperback mini, for 5 binding units, I actually had 10 tags. I stuck 2 down together such that there is no gusset, because I kind of wanted it to be more flat. Okay, the other side. So here is actually a tag. This image is actually from a Korean postcard set, designed by a person called Bantoy, I think, or it could be the company. And this is actually a Steampunk debutante paper. Lots of browns and the greens, I think, and it really just fits in with the entire theme, the whole steampunky but slightly creepy sort of theme. And a place for photos, and a place for photos and journaling over here. Yep. So over here, another place for journaling. So this is one of like the tags, and the reason I cut the thing out was because I really hated the saying like "good fortunes to you." It sounds like a Chinese scamish fortune cookie. So I cut out the thing and left it as like a blank place for journaling, so you can journal with like a white pen or something. And yes, good fortunes to you really sounds like a Chinese fortune cookie. So anyway, yeah, and this is another tag that lies behind that, and I kind of learned this way of like creating tags from Zenero, Ants Paper Creations. So go check her out. Like type Ants Paper Creations, like Ants like ANNE on the search. Really good. Or like Zenero one, XANNERO 1. Yeah, just amazing stuff there. And simple place for journaling and pictures. And once again, those two on like the side to have a lot of real estate for like photos. This I left blank because I really love paper. So, and I'm gonna think that if I'm gonna put a photo, it would probably be like a large size photo, and I didn't want to like throw in like embellishments like occlude space. And here is a tag. I cut this. First, I cut this out from the collection, and the one with the. I think everybody has this who pays with the collection, which is really a wonderful thing for us to cut out. And here is once again the same technique that I used to create a tag, and the collection from Graphics 45 always allows it to be so, because a lot of their tags, if you realize, actually like are bordered within like borders. It's as if they mapped the design, and it's really good because it causes like the thing that they want to focus on to really pop out, and this creates a chance to create like cool stuff like that. The slots behind her, and just a place for journaling or photos. Simple. Okay, next page. This also just comes right from the paper pack. Didn't do too much. It just says all hollow lives. I just took like, because it comes in sixes, right? And so you can just take 2 on the top or 2 on the bottom, and you can fold them to make kind of like this booklet thing. Yeah, so here writes, this writes greetings on All Hallows Eve, lucky spells, wishing you a happy Halloween. And so this, I always thought all the steampunk pumpkin, what do you call that? Hot air balloon is really cool. Yeah. Here's another place. So this actually is from the Old Curiosity Shops collection. It writes there, Bills of Mortality, which kind of fits into the theme. Great place for photo or journaling. And here we have Daughter Dreadful, one of the cool like stamp images from the like the collection. They have like 4 different characters like Mr. Seymour, Bones and stuff. Like that's just really fun. Great place for photos and journaling. Pocket-sized photo. Here's another great place for photos as well. There's Toad the Frog here. Here's it's just right full moon. And here's a tag. This is from the Old Curiosity Shop collection as well. I just cut out the bottle, and it kind of really fits in with the entire theme. Really cool. A lot of tags for real estate. This is kind of like a fun page. I probably have to bring it up. But okay, let's talk about this page first. So this page has a lot of butterflies from the Old Curiosity Shops collection. Use a steampunk paper for the back. I think this is from the 6x6. The paper pad, the steampunk spells paper pad. I'm probably getting myself another one. It's just too cool. Cut it out, and instead of cutting like the up down, let's do it from left to right. So as you can see, they really allow you a chance to like try this technique, and it's really cool. You like kind of this window, and it's kind of like fun, with like your photos like hidden inside. And here I created like a tag that slips behind here. I also learned this from Zenero 1, Ants Paper Creation. Great place for journaling and photos. And this actually flips down. It's actually like an external attachment to the paper bag. There's nothing much here except a picture of like the Mr. Dreadful again. Whenever I look at this picture, I can imagine him like pick up his like spectacles and go like, how dreadful. Sorry. Anyway, that's me being completely random. Just a black photo mat for like photos to go here and then behind. Also did like a punch. I think this is a We Are Memory Keepers. Is it We Are Memory Keepers? I could be wrong. It could be an EK Tools punch. I have no idea. Punch that does this cool camera thingy. Yep. And here's like just cut out from the paper from Book of Spells. And here is there. This is actually, I think it's a could be my mind's eye. I have no idea. Could be Kaisercraft. I think it might be Kaisercraft, but whichever. One of the things that had like metal letters on it, I thought it's kind of like cool, or hence science, kind of fit into the theme as well. And here's where the corset is at, and here hides Madame Macabre, and Miss I'm Afraid. And it's almost like all these pictures have this kind of like a I don't know how to put that sarcastic feel to it, like Miss I'm Afraid, oh I'm afraid, and that sort of stuff. So I thought this was a really fun paper. Yeah, and the characters have been really cool. So here it opens up. This is from Curiosity Shop. One of the paper cutouts from the 12 by 12 paper. Right, and here you're kind of like seeing how like the hinge, this straw hinge things kind of works. And here are just 3 small little tags that tucked right behind that gear there. 2 embossed images and one of this. I think this is from Steampunk Debutant, if I'm not wrong. The back is plain for like journaling. And the gear moves because it's I put the gear on a split pin, so that's kind of fun. Whatever. I'll put that back in later. Oops. Over here, so many tags. I'm gonna do with all of them. Here's also the old Curiosity Shop paper. Place for photos. The butterfly's really cool. Place for photos and journaling behind here. And 3 tags, mini tags. So this was from the Steampunk Curiosity Shop. I made the window thing, and I put like the different characters inside of the window. So I thought this is kind of fun. Completely no function except to look pretty. Place for more stuff to be stuffed at the back of this pocket. This is a Tim Holtz die cut, and the 2 of them on the left and the right, the gears are from Prima. Prima has really a lot of cool like steampunkish like things. I mean, like if you want to go that direction you can. So yeah, really cool stuff. I'm gonna like push this aside so I can actually do this. This should be the final like page. This is the oops, stop falling out. This is like a tag with the same image from the Korean image thing. This guy, there's like 2 short, smaller guys, like dancing around while this guy is like making stuff. And I thought this is kind of cool. Here I made like kind of like this corner border from that piece of from the paper collection. Just cut out 2 of the corners. Yeah, and it flips down over here to review like the back page. Here's actually an image from the Steampunk Debutant collection, and I made into like a tag. And here's from the Steampunk Debutant, like you recognize this iconic character from there. Stamped images from the Curiosity Shops. And now the part that flips down, yeah, has a place of photos at the back and 2 more tags. And yep, And this is from Old Kirsty Shop, the ball there. Finally, okay, we have this page. This page I left it blank. Here I think this paper is some Kaiser Craft, if I'm not wrong. And here say writes there's something wicked. This way comes. I'm not sure that it pick up that. Yep. Then we have this crazy woman image. Looks really creepy, but this I like it, from the design by Ben Toy, which is like the postcard image that I was talking to you about earlier. And this is how the bag looks like. I guess in this particular color the distinction is even more, and I thought this is a really cool way to do a mini. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and that is the mini album.